cat people! How are you today? I am Catlady Antigoni, and today I am becoming Dark Magician Girl from Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm so excited for today's makeup. That's why I have already my glasses on and I'm ready to start sketching by using a very old pencil of mine. I think that you know it by now, so I'm not gonna say a lot about it, but instead I'm gonna start doing the basic design and telling you how I inspired the idea of doing the Dark Magician Girl today. Basically, I have born in 1996, so this means that I grew up at 2000s, and at Greek TV we used to have Yu-Gi-Oh series, which I was a big fan, and I used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh like every weekend. I used to have an alarm in order to make sure that I will wake up on time and I will start watching it. I never lost an episode. Of course, I watched them dubbed in Greek, so I guess it's a little bit different experience from what someone could have today, but still it was so fun, and I was in love with the idea of the monsters and the, you know, digital world and all this stuff. It was so cool for me. I used to have cards. I used to collect a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I think I still have them back in Greece. I don't know where. So my favorite monster, I would say, was Dark Magician Girl. She's so cute and she wears blue, and since I have blue hair, I decided to try to create her character. I know she was blonde, but I think that the whole thing will fit my hair perfectly, and that's why I chose her. And I don't know, I hope that you like the choice, and I hope that you will have fun with me. Okay, as you can see, I have already started with the colors, and as always I have done only one side in order for you to be able to understand where the whole thing is going. Now I'm gonna explain you this side, and preferably I'm gonna start with the pink, and if you're wondering, I have used the same pink here at my arrow and here as well, so no need to show you the whole procedure again and again since the color is the same. So I'm using this pink right here. This is from Spiegel Aqua Color. As always, it doesn't have a specific name. I bought it from a store here in Sweden and not their official webpage, so I really don't know what's the name of it, but I'm gonna copy exactly the same procedure at this side, aka I'm gonna start by this, so I'm gonna paint this one, and then I'm gonna finish the details on the arrow. Next step is to take again from Spiegel, again a color which does not have a name, but it's a very nice turquoise, this one right here, and I'm gonna fill this area right here, as you can see, with that turquoise. Okay, now it's time to do the gem right here, and I'm gonna take this red right here. This is from Spiegel. If you're not new here, you know that I don't like this at all. That's why I'm trying to find another brand to shop like aqua colors and body paint stuff from Spiegel. If you don't know this, maybe you're new here, so welcome! I'm Antigoni. I love doing makeups, I love doing character body paints and many more fun stuff. So if you don't want to miss anything, subscribe to this channel because more fun stuff are coming. Also, I have an Instagram page. My Instagram is Catlady Antigoni down here. You can visit me there for more fun. Now, back to relevancy. As I told you, I'm gonna activate it with some water, and while I'm doing this, I would like you to tell me, what did you used to watch when you were children? You preferred anime, like European cartoons? What was available in your country? To me, my favorite show of all the times, it was Pokemon, and then after this it was Yu-Gi-Oh! And after this it was something like The Wings. Barbie, on the other hand, was not on the list because Barbie had some individual independent movies, so it wasn't like on TV or something like that. Especially the first Barbies, like the Nutcracker or Rapunzel or stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't have that easy access, but I have seen everything from Barbie. I love Barbie so much. I might do something Barbie related in the future. I don't know. Tell me your ideas. Also, if you have a favorite character, even though that I might not know it because, for example, I learned here the cartoon Moomins or something like that. It's a Scandinavian cartoon. I didn't know that before I come here. So even if I don't know the character, please write it down below in the comments so I know what to do next to get more ideas, and why not to watch more cartoons in the end. Now, in order to give some depth to my gem, I will first of all go with some black from my palette from Morphe and James Charles, and basically I'm gonna choose the black eyeshadow of the palette, it's one, so no confusion there. And then after this, I'm gonna grab some white body paint and I will add some highlights in order to make it a little bit more 3D and popping out. And yes, you might see some more differences between this side, and this is very simple. Here we have shadows, here we don't. And we don't have shadows here because I would like to do it step by step with you in order for you to understand the whole procedure. So, it's pretty much simple. I took this palette from James Charles, and from this palette I took the light blue and the dark blue. Obviously, I started with the dark blue in order to make this part of the dress kinda be on the top of the other one. So with this I created some darker parts in order to create fake shadows and give it some more height. Sorry, it's height, okay? My English obviously is not my first language, I'm Greek, okay? Sorry. Then with the light blue right here, I did the whole area in order to make it more smooth, because as you can see, if I leave it with just the body paint, it's not smooth enough to create the full illusion of an outfit. Then, first this one, secondly this one, and a lot of blending. Have we finished with the outfit? Of course not! We are missing some lines. So with this line, I want to limit the whole outfit in order to make it a little bit more 3D and a little bit more popping out. So I'm gonna take my black body paint. This is from, let me find it. Either from Snazaroo, no, actually it's from Snazaroo. I'm trying this. I don't say that I'm super impressed, but it's okay. I think that it's equal quality with the Eulenspiegel, so it's fine, I guess. I'm not very impressed again. So I'm taking a very small brush, and with this I'm gonna create a line from here until there and around the pink part. And almost magically something appeared on my neck. So for this necklace I used first of all the pencil for sketching that I'm always using. This one right here these days is getting tinier and tinier. So with this I did the basic design and a little bit of the lines, I would say, because I don't feel that I would like to go with black for this one right here. Then I took an old friend of mine. Where is it? Oh yeah, I found it. Ta-da! This is the face palette from Mehron Makeup. This one right here. Actually, if you see, I don't have a lot of body paints inside this palette. Basically, the original colors are just three. The orange, the brown and the yellow, and also I have used the yellow to do this feeling right here. Now again I took an old friend of mine. Do you remember this palette from Revolution Pro with the highlighters? So from this palette I took the golden one, and with a kind of white brush, this one right here, I took an amount and I just did tap on the yellow, but not inside here. So I'm gonna do exactly the same steps on this side for you to see them and understand. For the gem, I'm planning to follow exactly the same procedure that I have done for the big gem right here. So first of all, I'm gonna start by using the red from Eulenspiegel, then some black eyeshadow to create the depth, and then for the highlights, I'm planning to use this white right here. And that was it with the body paint. Now I'm ready to move to my face makeup, but before this step, actually I have a tiny surprise for you. Since I'm doing a magical non-existent creature today, I decided to go a little bit extra and actually spray myself with some glitter in order to give that magical foil effect that some cards with the Dark Magician Girl have. So I decided to go with Essence and Ho 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 body hair and shimmer spray. So I'm making sure that I'm moving it very well, and then let's bring the magic! Okay, I brought you a little bit closer and I'm ready to start by doing the eyes. As always, I'm starting by applying my primer potion from Urban Decay, and the idea for today is to go with a blue-green look. Blue because the Dark Magician girl had characteristically big blue eyes, and since my blue contact lenses are kinda destroyed so I cannot use them, I would like to go as close as possible to this. Green, I don't know, because I feel that matches blue perfectly and I feel that it will enhance that blue result that I'm gonna give to my eyes. So after I applied my base, I'm gonna blend it a little bit, I'm gonna give it some seconds to get dry, and then I'm bringing my palettes. First, I'm gonna go with a kind of fluffy brush right here, and then I'm gonna grab the palette Aquamarine from Aden Cosmetics. It's the Birthstone collection, and from this palette, I'm gonna take the shade Daydreamer and I'm gonna shape my crease. Wow, to be honest, I had to use this palette for quite a long time, and I kinda forgot how great is BH's quality when it comes to eyeshadows. I mean, my god, they are applying like a dream. It's so amazing, so easy yet so pigmented. If you can find this collection, go grab at least one palette, You're not gonna regret it, trust me. Anyway, let's go to an equally good quality eyeshadow formula and Colourpop and the palette Coco Cutie from Hello Kitty collection. And from this palette, I'm gonna take this shadow right here. This is called Hang 10, and it's basically a more intense blue. So I'm gonna go exactly down here in order to give a little bit of a depth. Now, without actually cleaning my crease with a concealer or something like that, I'm gonna take my palette from Bragg Beauty. This is Stay Wild, and I'm gonna take a combination of ALF and Crocodile Skin, these two colors, and basically I'm gonna spray them in order to ensure that I will have max intensity, and I will go there to blend it with the mats that I have already used. Two more steps until I finish with my eye look. First of all, I'm gonna take the palette War Paint, and then with this palette I'm gonna go to the shade Bleach, and first of all I'm gonna apply it at my inner corner and under the eyebrow area, and secondly I'm gonna take an eye pencil from MUA. This is in the shade Snow White from the series Intense Color, and with this pencil I'm gonna enhance a little bit my waterline in order to give the false impression that I have bigger eyes. Sure, I'm not gonna do the anime version of the face, which has huge eyes, big mouth and stuff like that, but still I would like to have slightly bigger eyes to go to this direction. But mainly, my Dark Magician girl is remaining a human. For the lower part of my eyes, I'm gonna use from the palette Turquoise, Aden Cosmetics again, the shade Good Vibes. Obviously, I skipped the boring part, which is the face, and I did it off camera. But if you're curious, I can explain you what I have used. First of all, I started with NYX Professional Makeup, the Marshmallow Primer. You have seen it a million times in this channel, but yeah, I love it that much. Then for foundation, I have used the foundation from Zao, Essence of Nature in the shade 772. Then I have used the concealer from Kosas. I think that this is the last time that I'm using it. Oh my god, I'm getting super excited about this. Then I set the concealer with a powder from Hourglass, this one right here, and I feel that also I'm using this for last time. What else? Then I applied false lashes, and then for blush I used a combination. I used these two blushes. First of all, here we have from MUA Blush to Liquid Cream Blush in the shade Watermelon, and then Colourpop, and my favorite blush from Colourpop. This is Chick 2 in the shade Cherish You. What else? Yeah, I have highlighter as well. So again, my highlighter is a combination. First of all, I used the Beauty Light wand from Charlotte Tilbury, and then on the top I have used this powder highlighter from MUA. It's called Prism Loose Powder Highlighter in the shade Star Illusion. I think it's discontinued nowadays. But anyway, if I will be able to find it, I will leave a link down below at the description box. But I don't think so, to be honest. And now it's time for the Greek word of the day. So today we are doing a character from Yu-Gi-Oh card game, and that's why I chose to tell you the word for card. So in Greek we say karta. Say with me, karta. Karta. As always, I'm gonna ask you to try to write a comment down below using the word karta, or actually tell me how you say the word karta in your own native language. Let's go! Time to do the lips. So as I was watching the anime, I noticed that Dark Magician Girl had characteristically pink, beautiful lips. So I'm planning to achieve this combination by using two products. First of all, I'm gonna use this lip liner. This is Intense Color Lip Liner from MUA in the shade Romance. And then on the top, I'm gonna apply this one right here. This is a lip stain from Aden series Elva, and the name is, let me find it, okay, Miss Kana 101. Basically, I'm not gonna apply it all over my lips, but just in the middle in order to give that youthful look. So, if you're ready, let's do it. Do you remember that I gave some extra shine to my body paint? So I'm planning to do exactly the same with my face makeup. I'm going to use from Morphe and the collaboration that they had with Madison Beer, Catlady Luminous Setting Spray with micro glitter. So let's do it. And this was our video for today. I hope that you enjoyed the body paint. I hope that I brought you some pleasant childhood memories. Thank you so much for being here with me today. See you tomorrow with a more chatty video. Until then, bye bye!